fully up and active. And once them. You know the rising, yeah. We call it Soothing Sunday. So I go and cruise through said way, is me. We have a class I go on yesterday. It did kind of limited to a very few people, so it turned out to be a consultation. So ones and ones might have wonder, oh, we never published the one upon the Patreon. You see me? It kind of keep it on a little level. But today we have another one I go and hopefully more people can check in. You see me? Because you know, information we are pushed through is transparent. Once and ones can actually go and research whatever we are talking about on the internet. We have a few sources outside to information from, and we always make things public. You see, pray? So people know wonder and ponder what we are get with information from. If I don't know outside source or no inside source. Because we're not really affiliated with the system. So not really affiliated. We're not affiliated at all with the system. You see me? And things and times will change. But people never change. Said way. You see, pray. So may I show the ones them say, you know, we are talking about the public records and we also going to talk about the private records. The public and the private, we know so the two of them can't mix. So we try to separate them. And it's an ideal thing to even think about separating the two titles. Separation of titles is a must. We almost think about that. You see, pray. Next, we're going to talk about personal properties. Because when you separate yourself from the trust account that was set up, the same thing as the birth certificate, bond, or whatever people normally classify it or misclassify it to be. You see it? You separate yourself from your properties. Your personal properties, for say. And you know your personal properties are things that belong to your person. Bear in mind that you are not that person. The person is a separate legal fiction that is linked to you. So you are supposed to be the authorized representative and sole beneficiary of that person. Most people don't get that. Most people don't over what transpire when it comes to the person and the individual, or the person and the living man. The person, the individual and the living man. For say, because a person is always going to be a person according to the Interpretation Act of Jamaica. And that is one place where we cite with information from ones and ones can go check out the Interpretation Act of Jamaica and look for the word person and check out what is the meaning under the word person. A person is defined as a club, a body, a community of people, all sort of things, but it does not include the living man. You see it? I, for say, Abantu Zulu is identified as a living man. And the records, they for sure that. And we talk about the records, we talk about public records, they for sure that. And also private records. Private records is the Express Trust. The public records serve as the Island Record Office. So most people only know about one side, which is the public side. We work along with the Island Record Office in places that the Island Record Office cannot really go. So declaring yourself on the public records as a private man, that is an ideal move. You see me, I better you do it from now. And don't wait until things get late, because we know some people wait until things start happening for them can, and then them say, yo, I'm going to do this now, because it look like this is all we did I talk about, and now at the time for do this. So the declaration in the form of an affidavit of status, which clearly establish who I am, that's how I recommend ones and ones to do, to make the public records get active. But remember, everything that happens in the public, it happens in the private first. So you must make a record of it in the private, whatever way you have to record it. But remember that the post office serves as somebody where validate your record. So this record was validated on such and such day at the such and such location, boop, and stamp on it. And it's sealed. You see me? Because if ones and ones follow the teachings how we are push forward and overstand how we are trying to show ones and ones say, Only can't go wrong. Only will never go wrong. You see me? Ones and ones need for tap from out of the public idea that the system is going to keep a record for you. The public only keep public record. You see it? And when the misassumption of the public um collides with the private, in instances to say you have somebody where live them life in the private, but them don't know the difference between the public and the private. You end up in situations where the private end up getting dragged inside of the public. You see me? Since recently we have a matter with the court, and we see say them did a try them best to drag me in the public to be the public fiction. Everybody want to be the legal fiction. Everybody want to assume that we are the legal fiction. Bear in mind, them not know how much information we hold. All them here say these are the people that are on the internet spreading information about law. And in a feed them mind, them say it's misinformation about law. Because them never expect the typical youths, especially Rasta man, for ever grasp certain information. Because them look upon me as a Rasta man, you know. I've never once identified myself as a Rasta man. But they misclassified and assumed that I was a typical Rasta man. They also assumed that I was a Maroon. But the identity is established only through an affidavit, and an affidavit must be affirmed. Some people swear, you know, them affidavit, but instead of swear, I would rather people admit or affirm, because you know everything what we do it off of the biblical context. Big up all of my church people them around the corner where I got church on Sunday. You see, pray. Every single thing what we do we base it on the most high. And you know the state where we live in, the state mean the condition of every single thing that is taking place in a society. The state where we live in is based upon the Christian faith. So it's a Christian blueprint them use to write the society. So one time we used to say burn the Bible, burn church, burn this. We start find out the meaning, because there's actually a meaning behind every single thing we see a transpire. You know. You see, if we know the meaning behind a certain things and know say, yo, everything serve a purpose. If we ever figure out the purpose, because the same thing what the system do to we, it we are going to have to do back to them, you know. We are going to say we are do back nothing to them, but we have to undo what they have done. Or we go about undoing something that is done. The same thing with them do, you know, anywhere where them go, we have to go back the same place and undo whatever they have done. So for instance, somebody turn on a light for upstairs. And you the upstairs and say, I don't want this light on in my eyes because I'm about to sleep. Or you turn off the light. You have to go anywhere the switch there and undo whatever them do. And that is what we're talking about. That is what we're aiming forward to. And we know say it's a journey. Because most people only have the idea or the thought in their mind. But when it comes to actually getting things practical, getting the work done, nobody now really do them thing, yeah. Nobody now do. In a Jamaica, there is no one that has done the thing them where we there. At least we can't say no one that has done it. But what we can see, there is no one to show we can do the thing them what we there do. And it's not a brag thing. And it's not a hype thing. Because if it was a brag thing and a hype thing, would have there all over the internet a brag and a hype. But whatever we are do. But it's a thing, it's a kind of a private thing we are dealing with. So it is not really publicized the way how the world should have publicized. Because I would have loved everybody in the world for at least have the information, you know. But it is not for everybody. Not everybody interested. Not everybody capable of accepting it. Even when people say you're a real thing, them still go back and do the opposite of whatever them just say a real thing. So them are living at the fake world, fantasizing about things that is actually there. What course correction you have attained thus far? I don't know, I don't understand the question there. What course correction have it, have it, let me see it again. Have you attained thus far? When you say course correction, I don't really know what you mean. Fuck TikTok, free speech. I don't really know what you mean when you say course correction. You see, pray. But what have I attained so far? I have attained wisdom so far. You see it. I have attained a clarification of my status. So I am no longer assumed to be who the system want us to be. But I am who I am. No, I don't know what course is, my father. Course can be a rough piece of sandpaper. Course can be a school course. Course can be a race course. Course can be all sort of rash thing. You see me? I'm talking about correction. In regards to what we are talking about right now, course is a route. I'm going to tell you the changes that will take place already still. You see, pray. But we are talking about how you can make the changes. Are you interested in making changes, my father? Or you want to see what it feel like or what it look like for somebody else before you decide to make your own course correction? For say. You see me? Because the decision there for ones and ones making up. Remember me can't decide for other people. I like that. Some people have to go decide for themselves. Some people got to know for themselves. Options are there available still. If you decide to take the direction, these are the steps to secure yourself in this digital world. I wouldn't follow your if you want speaking truth. I wouldn't follow you if you wasn't speaking truth. I respect my father. Respect for the father said here. But what I say, the public records must be clarified. And before the public records get clarified, you have to know say everything will happen in the public happen in the private. So you have to make a record of it in the private. And we do the record of it in the private through the post office. And we keep the one they seal. You can make copies of it. You can keep multiple copies of it. But we keep the original one sealed. You see, pray. So you gotta send notices of every single thing that is sealed. That up on the private side. On the public side, you have certain thing that has been done in the public that you want to correct in the public. And there is no better place to correct your record in the public than the people that keep record. The man hard to go live. No man, you know, so where there I did have a little situation. The system did kind of lock me down where there. You see me, for a little while. Because them say, we disorderly conducting ourselves. Or whatever the accusation was. But they are use the opportunity for rectify and clarify every single thing that we want to go on the public record. For instance, the movement to have a go on, the tribe, the people them that come together around it. We make sure say that is being established. You see, pray. My record for say and everything I'm been at home, I make sure say get established. You see, pray. Cause during the war, the entire ordeal, the state made multiple attempts to force. Because you know, so them use force in a certain instances. To force we to present a government issued ID, which is not available because all government issued ID have been surrendered and deemed for correction that are from Abantu Zulu. So I'm not operating in the capacity of any privilege granted by the state. And that doesn't give them the jurisdiction over me. So it how me I try to reason with people for a good while, you know, but what actually went inside of the belly of the whale, just like what Jonah say. You see me? Jonah was in the belly of the whale, you know, for some time until the whale spit him out back on the land, and that is a Bible story where I think ones and ones need to get into. On the screen we have thy will be done, thy kingdom come on earth as it is in heaven. And that is a powerful one. Most people might not understand what it means. When we say thy will be done, the same will will belong to the testaments. Well, that must be on the record because you are tell them whatever you wish for happen after your estate gone off of the map. You see, pray. So the game that is playing right now we must be strategic with it. And the steps them up on the screen. Later on we are going to have a class, not 3 p.m. I think the class is going to be at 1 p.m. You see me? 1 p.m. we are going to have a class a go on. And we are invite ones and ones for check in. We are going to have some vital things same way. Showing how we go about establishing our own nation, because that is the key. Every man yard is them own nation, and you must set up your own nation. Right now we're there in the wild nation of this conversation. You see, pray not on the plantation, but Babylon set up and transist to one corporation. If you know over some, I say you can drop someone in the comment. So as you say, personal properties. What are personal properties? But you classify what would my people classify personal properties to be? Things that belong to the person. We talk about them things all the while, but we are go back over it just to ensure some people them will just start follow me. People them will just start getting tuned to what we are going with, over as we are saying. Personal properties are what belong to the person. Who is the person? Are you the person? No. The Creator no make none away with no manly possession, no earthly possession. He give it dominion over every single. I mean earthly possession, no man-made possession. That is what I need to say. You see me? So every single thing is vanity. Everything in heaven and everything on earth is vanity. And how we go about separating ourselves from vanities is we create persons similar to trust, businesses, LLCs, corporations, you see me? Them they deal with earthly possessions and manage properties on our behalf. And I never we set it up so. The Creator never set it up so. You see, the Creator set up a natural trust, a divine trust. The divine trust was granted to every man who have life. You see, pray. I know most people might get this reason already, but just to ensure say it's cemented in our brain. The divine trust is every single thing that is natural. The Creator give we dominion over everything that is natural and give we a balance between living man and living woman. So every single thing will go from man to man. It is a contract between man and man. So man bypass God and go. And that's why Bob Marley said man to man is so unjust. Man to man have to be unjust. That come like a some Batman business. They want to promote right there, so. You see, pray. Don't know who to trust. People don't know who to trust. Things are going on in this world nowadays. Man made decisions. Man and man agree so them are going to control one world of people. So you have England link up with some other countries that have some people under bondage. Why them doing it? Everything is all about profit. Man is God. Because God said, let us make man in our own image. And until we realize we then are the image and likeness of God, that means we look like God. God make man in him own image, and him likeness means so we act like God. We have the same power we God have. So if God could have created this and God could have created that, we have the power as well to create all of them sitting there. You see it? And another thing when I did I look for, yes, my father.
Bless up.
Greetings.
Greetings, Mr. Zolo. Yes, I am. I just I listen to you, you know.
Rock TikTok.
And I just go and listen and go and catch some rims. But a while ago, that's what I put.
Nah, here you know, oppressor. Another thing when I did I look for one at the time is man have every single thing and exchange it for. One man exchange everything for promises from society.
You hear me? Bless up.
Yeah, me I hear you know, my father. I go on.
Yeah, man. I'm there in the Gideon. I go and surf the thing, and I'm glad for book the eye, because from the time I follow you online, the first me I really see you live. Be a little clips and snippets, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, as a catch.
You just start follow me.
No man, this are like my fourth page of them bad me recreate and I follow you again.
Mm.
Yeah, man, you see what my name, I fuck TikTok free speech oppressor.
Probably at the timing, man. I see the pre man, my father.
Yeah. Yeah, man, the time, you know, the energy go already and the frequency and the vibration.
Yeah.
Fit
I'm a
this
kind of, as I say, I'm not really dep on TikTok too much, really, you know, my father. Feel like I start build up more presence over here, though.
Well, I yes, I'm see upon initially, you know, so I would expect that I yes, I got convey or connect with the mass in your issues that me I try to bring to light.
So from where they I did kind of do some field work. So instead I talk
Yeah,
about the
me
thing,
see
me
it, man.
actually I
Me
do
see
it
the clip them too,
practically, you
man.
see
You
me?
know? And some music video to me, I say, all right, the G I launch out on a different avenue.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They package up the thing the right way. I get some merch, some t-shirt and some hat and things so people them can go and integrate it. And we have a book coming too. You see it?
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, my father.
That sound
As
like
soon as the thing right, 'cause you know, so we can't just attack. We have to show the people them say this actually
yes,
work.
me
You
love how
see
you
me?
come to that, cause that are my thing with these information. It is there. It is there in open spaces and areas, but the action behind it, that's like Father Bob said, total destruction, the only solution. So, the action not take, man, just have the person that must some waste people, you know, when I care who he is. See me I say?
Yeah.
Yeah, action over word, you know, because after the word gets said, the action I forget done now. Without action is nothing getting changed. If you there, I say, oh, a man have to be the change you want, see? If I, if no action, if a man not change something with himself or do something, no action, nothing no change now make higher.
No change now gonna make.
And
Upful,
it's done
upful,
see.
upful.
Upful, blessed day hour.
Yeah, man,
You
give a
don't see the
thanks, man.
people them where you deal with, you see me I say? You don't know.
Yeah.
The demon and the vampire minded people them where you deal with, where work for cheap clothing, you know?
I want to some man. Some man seems like
Dean,
that
your
man like.
background nice, you know, Dean. My father.
Eh?
Your background kind of
Background
noisy.
king?
I say your background
Yeah,
kind of
around
noisy,
me.
my God.
Alright, nobody not two days so right now. I just me find a different zone, you know.
Yeah, you can't come for the people them
You know,
where the bag
if
and
you
I in
want to
the
talk,
background.
me not you know, I just going from the outside.
Yeah, when you go outside, then you unmute your mic, my father. It kind of
Yeah,
sound weird.
father. Me like how you course correct. That a course correction. See course correction you just do, Mr. Bantu.
Yeah,
Yeah, that is course correction. Come you know other man have to come on the live with a bag and eyes in the background. I them thing I mean I
Yo,
care.
ease on yourself, man. I
No, we don't
want
want to
to know,
start that
bro.
to my father.
I'm
Listen
No,
to
on
may I
what
this.
I'm
show you,
going.
may I show you the mentality of
Alright,
the people.
hold on, them God. Just keep it on a little level, please. Yeah.
Bantu, may I
That's
show
where
you
start.
Yeah.
the
Keep it
mindset
on.
of the people them where I deal with are the similar mindset cause them not think but themselves much as the other human being where we need uplifting cause and you may feel away, bro, God. But in myself, me I say, oh, if you come on life with a bag of noise in the background, that don't make no sense, bro.
Bro, let's stop debate on that, man. Move on to the root of things, man. That's
Yeah.
another
No, I
problem.
just
Move
I
with
show a
shift
band
from
to
the
someone
noise.
with course correction. You see
You
me I say,
know, just
was a perfect example, this. You know what I say? But yeah, man, I don't know
So
if
I
we
go
go.
on Father Dean.
boy, I'm not there, bro. We just, more elaborate on the thing on what going in Israel and, what going with Palestine and run
Brother,
and Iran
I see
and
them
them
all
things,
thing, man, that's a
All of
different
them
day.
things they,
Brethren,
all
I
of them
know
things they affect we too.
I don't know nothing about what going on in Israel. Nothing about going on in Israel now impact my life now.
Not gonna impact your life now. But presently, but where the situation is going right now, it's like oh if you in a them World War Three,
When I say
Abantu,
we,
let me
yeah
correct you.
talk about hold on my father man. Hold on my
Let me
general.
correct you, Abantu.
Hold on my general. Alright, may I take the correction first.
All right, everything we're going on is life, everything to do with the life as right now,
Alright,
as you
hold
step
on,
on it
hold
now.
on there. Let me clarify myself. Right now, I'm there in one place where I see bird and trees. Where Israel plan to do, drop a bomb at Jamaica.
Israel based on where
Israel
Israel at
problem,
right now.
Israel problem, American problem, American
No man, we
problem. What
can't
uno
be
a do?
so
What
ignorant.
uno a do?
That
Listen me
man
now.
showing
Listen me now.
whatever
Listen me
happen,
now.
it affect
Listen me
we
now.
too because
Listen me
guess
now.
what?
Alright, let me talk, my
Me, I
brother.
gotta agree with
Please,
Dean Abantu.
yeah, let me mute you though, my brother. Let me just talk for 1 minute and then the two of you can talk one after the other. Please. Why I say Israel problem or America or China problem is not my problem because I have no contract with Israel, China or America. The government of Jamaica have a contract with Israel, China and America, and I am not an agent or a representative of the government of Jamaica. So the citizens that are acting in the capacity of privileges granted by the government of Jamaica have all problems with Israel, China and America. Right now, me there have literally no problem because I have soursop tree I look pan, me have mango tree I look pan, me see pear tree I beer. How that look like Panganat wildlife? We have Panganat, we have all sort of things up here so. You see it? The only thing we would have right now a little rain and it's not a problem because I just set the thing so. You see, pray. So uno continue with no problem, my brother. But don't go too deep tonight, because I have a topic we talk about today. And I all forget people out of them problems that we are talking about with other corporations. We over the Middle East I get uno in a but uno feel like uno in a debt to other people. Uno actually free. You see, pray. So when I can unmute now, I remember listen uno said we can. I know you see, pray. No overrule whatever and I say because other people they were interested or clarify. Your father Dean.
Yeah man, as me I say, based on economics, we have to really still watch what go on. And we are not really part of the corporation and we no corporation really. We not too I deal with it upon a corporation aspect. We are deal with it upon an
No, but when you talk
economical
about
level for the people them
economic,
in the world.
no, my brother, you
It's
can't talk
basically
about
that.
economic and you not talk about corporation.
Give me a minute.
Economic is from the corporation, my brother. You see me, you're talking about the business that is operating and all I know are using a government name. So the government name actually pick up the government burden, the government problem, the government stress, the government war upon phone head, thinking that Uni is that person when Uni is actually not. That's why Granny said, "Oh, see your name Pambula and name it. Fuck it. You can go and reason with it till the end forward. Why you say you agree with the warrior though?
All
As a
right, am
corporation.
I time?
Yeah.
Yeah, me I say, me see I do music and if you're in a music, you have to know say the invisible hand, which is Israel, them control the music business and some mafia style.
Yeah, but you
So
mentioned, hold on, there, my brother, hold
just
on,
make it talk
before you
and a
go
cut
any
in a
further.
like I am I just make it talk and a cut
Hold
it.
on, man,
If you
because
go
you
cut me
say,
every time,
you
if
know, hear what me I say. You say the music business. Me not in the music business, my brother. The business different from the music. And you need to understand say business is
so
our
if you go cut me
corporation
every
run.
time, though God, you know me can't just take on myself because me can't get
Yeah, my
this there and
brother,
send
come
them.
forward with that topic when me I say me did want to raise upon.
Yeah,
And me
me
still a
not have an issue.
push,
Me just I say
clarify whatever Uno a try bring forward to
no,
make sure say we don't have one
uno mean
overstanding.
one higher. But
Yeah.
me I say
And
me
me,
agree with
and me, and
Yeah.
me, man. And me stand up
Brother.
to anything, bro,
hold
Go
on
on,
bro.
you
now.
know.
And me I
Alright,
say,
just say some way so we strong
Me
and some
see
way
you
so
with
we weak. This
music,
what I go on.
brother.
If
Me
we
have
hold on,
fear with
brother,
brother.
give me a chance, you know, because everybody get
Yeah, no
enter. Me
style.
alone get the time.
I said
Big
me
up to
can't
the
take
whole
internet
people them on the
conversation with
panel. You
people.
see where I go
Yeah.
on. This what I go on now. Here we are going to show you people them now. You see that Jamaica have a problem with constitution and these laws we are going. We need directions and that's how we shorter. We need to have proper
so what
paperwork
go on
because we
in
don't have
the
proper
digital
education.
world?
Well, on this how we are going in the digital world. See, Mark? Public records in the digital world is only kept in records. That's what's going on in the digital world. Somebody is trying to keep your record on a digital form, you know. So we are showing people say you need to take capture. Yeah, now we don't want the digital recapture you first now. You need to capture your own identity first and know who you is, who you stand for and what you stand as before the digital recapture your one as a citizen and them have power over you to do whatsoever them feel to do with it. You have to talk about Jamaica, we need justice. We not go out there go tell you that no justice. We don't need no justice because citizens don't have none. So that's the farm framework that you people, the name that you people stand underneath. And if you stand underneath the framework which a name say, you are Jamaican. Jamaicans is a contract, is a business. You are con man with contracts. See? You don't stand as the island people. That's why you stand under a contract, a label, the head of the title. You understand? So everybody I walk with title. What your title say? Your title say slave and servants and citizens. They all mean the same thing. They mean somebody own you is a product of. And the straw man use a product of and the piece of straw man people with them give. So you need to know, acknowledge and take claims and make it right on paper, live and living, and now set up your own trust. That is your testimony. In God we trust. You see the man I try to show you say, let thy will be done, thy kingdom come. The brother have a topic as you know. Personal, private, personal properties, testament, trust deed. You understand? Determination of value. Everything nowadays is for a monetary cause. And look like we don't see it. That just be alone a dumb. The judge just sit down on the bench or nothing, you know. Me I listen to even the paper where Joel Wire Chuck say him make judge never used to get no money. No, he make sure they get enough money. He make sure say police have enough this. And him do it because through the justice system. So look at these things where everybody I make sure say them declare and put in place. But the peoples over the time is the people them. That's why you're not getting paid now. You are not in the position to get paid. You have to get wages because wages is for the dead. And you get it on a weekend, brother. That's cool. So the knowledge we are trying to show people now, you have to come out of that jurisdiction there. We don't want nobody pray for we because hunters have prayer. We war every day and war to us in every day mean work. You understand? So when we will profit, brother. So get the paperworks, them a two paperworks. The one way ticket, now go work. So Dr. K, more ask you a question in relation. We don't want to stray about the topic to back this up. But you think whatever is happening over Israel and Palestine and them places affect
You
you?
see what happened with Israel? Done destinate for Israel. What was Israel doing before? Whatsoever, I react back to Israel. We have to look on that, you know. And I like say we never do for
No, but I ask you, my father, you think it impact your life?
Not my life. It impact international connection for who want to beg Israel or so. That now impact my life. What impact my life is the way all the government see
for chastise the people each time them try to develop. People can like people are sure so then they rather wait for the government to build something. No, we have been developing ourselves for years. You understand? So we need to have that privilege, and that privilege has been cutting back. So you just want to start paying out in order to have privilege, have to pay for privilege.
I say privilege, my father. I change the word privilege to right. You stand corrected.
No, we have rights.
Yeah,
Them
we
are
have
pay for
right.
privilege. Free people, and we are defend. We are rights defender. We are the show people say you have the rights to this. We have the rights to public record. We have the right to private record. We have the right to own a personality and our own properties. We have the right to be testified with our own testament. We have the right to be testified of our testament. We have the right to tell the truth, because the truth is the truth. You cannot trust our people if you don't tell the truth. It doesn't work that way. We are here. So it is both way in every part, got two brains you have.
And
but most people just program one way.
The trust where you have depends on who you have the trust with. If you have the trust in a God, you're wealthy. So that determines your value. As simple as that. And that is
but make sure the trust be your will. It must be your will. So you have to look for your individual papers there. So it must be your will for your tribe, which is your family. Your family is your family where when you make your children them, you make it with your blood. You and a woman come together, come in communion to create. A create we are talking about that. That's everything I come from now. A creation law we are doing now. You create something. What kind of nest you create for what you create? I just want to breed up some children and let them come do when them feel like you do to people. We're going to always have the world we have now, because you're not going to come do what you want to do, because some have to go suffer, some have to go die.
Yeah, but Marley say many more will have to suffer, you know. And many more.
So that's why we can't we are show people, give them knowledge, say, get your papers. We don't want to come talk about this now. Israel has stopped a set of people from suffer. Who is these people? Them know them. Them know them kind. By the flax you shall know them. Every day we talk about them.
Many more will have to suffer and many more will have to die.
Deal with your brother. The whole things are racism thing. Deal with your race. Look by your own self and deal with your race.
Way they used to be.
Pastor Christian in Pitney first. Christian, your nation first, brother. Everybody is racist. That's why you still not going to see your own self, you know, because you keep on looking to somewhere else. You keep on looking in foreign nation. You keep on looking in foreign. And now see who you really is.
I won't tell no lie. So don't ask me why.
That's what I say, brother. So make we stay up on the topic of Ofi. We are talking about records now. This is not about a story. Sometimes we can't deal with the story over America. America after doing film story. Listen up, the people who we say as America. We are when you say America, you think about black people, but are not black people in control. No. It's a corporation in control that is telling the people what to do. We are controlled by these people who dictate. They are called military powers people, if you don't understand, put a name on them.
So we could go in
and financial instrumental people them.
We could go in a
that destroy, that start war.
We could go in a piece of reasoning about this and all, Dr. K. So public records are basically everything where everybody know. And we're not talking about the government. We are talking about our community. The community would be the public space, and your yard would be the private space. Everything will go on in your yard. If you don't keep it private, nobody in the community can know, though.
No.
Alright, so that's the pre-way we are trying to look towards. So on a bigger scale, if we keep our tribe them and our business private, we don't register it with the government, we don't register we baby them to the government, that means that the government can't have no record of whatever. And if them don't have a record of it, them not have no jurisdiction over it. It is outside of them jurisdiction because it is not registered to them. Everything in the public
was never hand to them.
Everything in the public is what we want the community to know. You see, pray. So it's not like we never tell the government, say, hey, me is a living man, you know. That's how we are put on the public record. Hey, me is a living man, you know. And every single thing in my name must always be preserved and reserved for me and my generation or the beneficiaries of my trust. You see, pray. So personal properties belong to every single thing where you have, where you put inside of the trust. The testament, you know, where you really testify, say, yo, this is where me really see go on. As in, the system did try to take me for fraud and them did try to have me up and all them sitting there. And right now, I'm going to try to free up myself from all of that. And me know what this to go on and this is how I want to go on. That could come like your will. Like will be done. And it
Right.
go along with your affidavit and your declaration as in who you are and where you stand for. The trust deed you know, I will secure every single thing and will stand as your guard. Because trust is a shield, you know. Trust protect things and the trust shield things from the public access and from other private invaders who are trying to access your properties. You see, pray. So determination of value boil along to whatever your network is, whatever your personal properties, the man, how you arrange it, whatever it boil along to work. You see, pray. I want simple thing, because I reason it out simple a while ago though.
Very simple. Now we can't go back over it again, so them can't get the echo.
It's not difficult.
Because some man just coming out. Go back over it again. So you see, so the platform we are clear the airway.
In the class, when we are going with today, we are going to go over every single thing in depth. We are going to pull out what a copy of a public record look like and what a copy of a private record look like and how personal properties are scheduled to be. You see me? How you can access your personal properties, how you can gather up every single thing that is registered in your name, how to testify that everything that is registered in your name are your own. You see me? How to set up your trust deed. Everything on up on the screen right now, we are going to talk about it in the class. In depth. So we are going to pull out documentation and show how me do it. And everything that I have done stands on the public record. You see me? So this is not everything, you know, because you know my private trust are only in the court alone, them thing they can fly open. So you know how to put anything them in a private side way. You have the record stand that them not for ramp with this man or them not for try play with this man, no time at all, because this man is protected by the trust of God. You see, pray.
Right, yes, sir.
So over other countries, you know, and other peoples in other communities, because other communities would have call other countries, you know, other parishes and other countries. We need to start focus on we and what going on our yard, because the change starting on our yard, you know. You see, pray, and if we not focus on what going on our yard and gone over one different man yard with our yard, will fix up a problem.
Yeah, you already use different man yard, it means distraction.
Yeah.
Exactly. That does them simple something they may show the people themselves. Why they use a word, there's another word that follow it, because everything works with a shadow. Mirror itself. So nobody feels so when we say, brother, distraction, you can't go different, so you have to check on yourself. And now what they on the screen really make you can control the man itself.
And
the man requires
why I really like the reasoning about Israel still, because distraction feed your focus. So it actually shows
yeah, but we don't want to focus on where the genocide there, because I don't like Israel alone then. If we are going to talk about Israel, we still have got to talk about Africa, we still have got to talk about the place and name will get bombed while they reset
Palestine.
the same way. No, you have even Palestine alone, wait name there. Where brother there side of Russia side there. Same way. And none of them alone. Yeah, you have to talk about what still go on in Africa with the general, the Congo same way. So as me say, it's not like say I just why focus on us them when say people lick my pitney then. It's the same thing, you know. It's like a racist. When people lick my pitney, me ball out. But when other people pitney get licked, me can't seem to feel the cry for them. Until we reach my yard. No, it's not supposed to go so.
So
If you lick down a man's a man, you lick down brother. Anyway, there's a man you lick down same way. And the cry is just the cry. I want to cry spelling. No spell none of that. Try it. Go ahead, brother, you ask something.
So, being that we not teach about admiralty law and commerce and banking
Yes, sir.
and
Come on, sir.
operation and trust, and maritime law is an international thing. So when I say we're going to Israel with the maritime, you would not have nothing to do with Jamaica. That
We
answer.
not say that, but we are say Israel
That
people
me hear
have
now.
to, no, listen now. You probably have the wrong terminology because we here can make we in terms things different. Let me show you something. You see the people, so we're born to there. Him there Jamaica, him can do it in Jamaica. Can you God Israel go do what you feel like what you think you can do? The man bigger than you still not reach Israel to do it, brother, like the Prime Minister. And them
I get the
things.
premise you're Christian. You're Christian, not seem.
No, may I show you say bigger people than we can reach Israel. Not that they are do. We are trying to help our little small self out of this. The public.
Yeah, but what I'm
Jamaican
saying is,
suffering public.
remember,
We can't focus on Israel now.
all right, stop.
Israel have enough people over there can deal with that.
Stop in now. Remember, what Abantu at enlighten the people them with is coming from maritime admiralty law, correct?
It's
No,
to move from one
no,
jurisdiction to the
no,
next. That's not really
no.
correct.
What me I enlighten the people about is about them God-given rights.
You're right.
So now,
It's a more
so what
natural
enlighten
law.
the people them about them got the right to come out of the maritime
Yes, brother.
law
Move shift
where
away
them hold
because
on.
maritime are captive.
Brother, I just make one after for every time I talk when I cut me. I can't take on myself.
Alright, go on, brother.
Brother. If you are enlightening people them about them God-given rights, that means you are bringing them away from the maritime law that the commerce people them set up from the ages ago.
Correct.
Basically, bro, God. That's
Correct.
what you're doing.
Correct, my father.
All right. So with that said, the International Maritime Admiralty Law will apply to every nation, country, man, woman, and child around the world because I saw them have the thing in our vice grip. How does what happened in Israel doesn't apply to people them in Jamaica? That may I ask.
It
And
applies
I'm
to
sure,
it
and we can show the
applies to
correlation. We can show the correlation without conflating the two.
say I'm gonna answer the question before you do that, my father.
Yeah, go ahead.
I did not say it does not affect the citizens of Jamaica. It does, because every citizen is acting in the capacity of the government name. Therefore, them pick up the government problem on them head. But for the private man, the private people on the land, where them call it Jamaica, but you know, the private land, the dirt where you dip on outside, the man them represent the dirt outside, it no impact them. Them actually a benefit from it. You understand what I mean now?
No, I don't understand. I try to comprehend, but continue.
Alright. What may I try for the way show you say separation of title. Who you think you are is not who you really think you are. So maritime law have to do with only everything in the water. Are you from the water? No.
When me and my mother who me did in the water.
You're the inner water, and that is how them classify you to be a water creature. So is your mother a water creature?
No, I would say no.
So it may I try to show you, so if you come from a piece of land called the state which follows the Christian theology, them say the first man came from the dirt outside and the woman come from out of the man ribs, and the ribs is the supporting part of the spinal cord, which is the strongest part of the man back. So subliminally speaking, the woman have to do with a vital part of what the man have. And what the man have is clay with air outside and water in his body same way. So the man have land, air, and water. And LAW, that means law. So the man is walking law. That's why in a Muslim world, they would say Allah. You see me? And that literally describe who the man is. So in other terms now, to show you further that you are not off the water, but you are off the land. You only have water in your body in a different format as substances, but also in the physical part of your body, you can find many different minerals that them find in the earth in your body to make up components of your body, especially carbon. You see, pre. So we are off the land and not off the water. So the justification of maritime law, or the transition from maritime law back to God's law, which is the law of the land, you see me, is it strictly clarify everything where we are trying to say, my father, when it comes to Israel. Because Israel is a corporation. You know that? Israel is the biggest corporation that exists, because them not really have a nation or a landmass where them exist from, where them emerge from. I mean, not really want to go into the Israel thing, but it clarify a whole heap of thing for other people said we, because other people could have pre the same thing. But me personally, me not even get distracted with what I go on a Burkina Faso. You see, pre, none of them things them not get distracted by. Because the media, who controls the media, my brother?
Them and those, man.
See, me I try to show you. So them promote whatever them want to promote on the
Them
media.
control them narrative pan for
So
them.
if we
Which is
say we
come back,
match up,
which is what me the
if
one
we
said
say
there earlier.
yeah,
When my
if
boy
we say
first, when my boy, the elder, my boy, they were cut. Dean bring up the topic where me see the I do music and them control the narrative and how music get out and who get to hear your music and for your music become a repetitive popular song or whatever you want to call it. So this is why when you say Israel now have nothing to do with you, me I say, well, me think say you contradict yourself they say because me see you have music video on your
no, the music there, I stop the music for around 2 years now, my brother.
well, me no know no, my
That's a
father. Me just
long
go
time
off of what
thing.
me see. You see me I say?
Yeah.
On your page. You see me I say, father?
At the same thing, I stop the music too. Because the business and real life are really
Exactly.
much. God
Thank
and
you. So
Satan can
when me
mix.
see you, I do music and I say it not have nothing to do with you. I dare somebody want kind of take you
But
and
you have to separate music from music business, my brother.
yeah, so that me I said, well, if you do music, there's no way you can separate the music from the business from music business because at some point somebody or some corporation and gonna say, yo, we want to contract this artist, yeah,
I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna
do,
show you,
do
my brother.
whatever it
I'm
is they want
still
to pay you for do.
I personally still do music, but I'm not a part of the business. 'Cause right now, if you hear me I sing right now, is that not music? But I'm not in the business. If you see my record a song, we have my equipment, some and thing, and you hear me I play it, it is not in the business, it is not on the market. And if it a go on the market, it a go in a one different format, contract as a private man. So we're not afraid of the waters, my brother. And that's why the most I say, still waters, don't prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You see it? And thou walk by the still waters and green pastures. That means green pastures reflect the land. Because you can't find green pastures in the maritime world or in the water.
Yeah,
No.
talk say then
And
seaweed our.
alright, my father.
Answer me no seaweed our.
Seaweed no make up a green pasture, my brother.
Alright, me I go
A
beg for
pasture,
differ.
something like where
I'm
a
a
cow
beg for
or boat
differ
would
with
get
that one.
tired out tonight, you know.
Oh, me I say pant at the end of the day. Seaweed have all live at sea, brother. You know, fish when they live in the sea. We are land people and we are
No,
talk
I'm just
law.
using the word bro. Big bro.
Yeah, no, I don't understand what you're saying, but me I say, you say seaweed
I
that way
the
you want the
word
answer,
green
but it's still
pasture
in the
so
sea.
that means one on ones have to know about etymology and know the
Or the
origin of the
current
word
seas, you know,
what them
man.
a say. Because once you use green pasture, right away seaweed come to mind, so that's why I'm throw it out
No,
there.
but green pasture now is alright. You pass that way, away, cow or people walk. Anything that pass and pass that way, people walk or cow them. If you have to understand, you're not gonna have a sea in a nowhere which part. Water. Cause them not even, they can't even like so much water, much fresh water for drink. Cause them not have. You understand? And enough ag not gonna salt water. So seaweed have to do with salt
You're
water,
not going to find
ocean. You're
still
not gonna
waters,
find creation
still waters
much.
in the sea.
Like you understand? Yeah. You understand? A
It's
troubled
a
water you go find in
metaphor.
the
It's
sea
a
and you look away.
metaphor
Yes,
what
you have to
actually means
understand
something.
how you use
Something
it for
different, my
them.
God. You see me?
Yeah, because sometimes we even mix the Bible, you know, but we don't understand. Even the Bible tell you now. Even read a part of the Bible, you know. Thy will be done. Who is thy? Thy will be done.
Right here,
And
will man.
heaven as it in earth. And
In
where?
some
And what?
different
Heaven. Alright.
in
Let us
some
truth.
different translation, it say your will be done, you know.
Alright. But just let us look at two main words, heaven and earth. Now, make us say another. We are going to use another something and pick out the words here. Our Father who art in heaven. Now, who art come for earth and heaven still represent heaven. Now, make us see what I want. Now, we still at about say class and let us pray. Now, you have to have hunter if you go pray, brother. Everything operates with a shadow. Everything is within a shadow. If you hunt, you have to pray. See, so who are praying for hunter? No, if you work, you get what? Pay. And work mean war. Pay also is like you pray. So we don't pray on the people in our war scene. So it's as everything has still have a preliminary ways about it. But there's a pastor that is a guide. There's a guide that if you walk as how you read. Mean with an overstanding. You don't have to physically walk because a book can take your mind thousands of places. A picture can change a whole view of everything what you see. You understand? Because it is just, one is just the same reading, but one is by visual and one is by biographical. Remember, one is probably by letters. You understand? So I'd buy the what make the words. No, we are talk. You don't see no word that drop out of our mouth. No. We are using what? Simple oxygen and tongue to shape words. So we are universally. And it makes sounds as well. So all these keys, we have these keys in our body. No care what key you want to play upon piano. Any note you want to play, it is within that. Are we? So the mind consists of, if you don't have the proper thought, that's why you say a woman womb crown your king then. Forget about woman, can't afford with defeat by just the word we say now. Womb creates the thought. You must have something for manifest. So everything where you could have thought right now, where is it manifested? Within the mind. And the mind, in order to bring it out, it needs to be matter. So matter needs something to show itself, which is mass. So you get a body, so your body comes slim with 2 hands and things. So you are now a perfect creation. You are a full-fledged copy of the universe, a perfect creation. And it takes a creation to create, brother. Nothing else can. If you were not here, there would be no God above your head. If you didn't read about the book, you would never know nothing about the book, brother. So these are real. We are coming to real life, you know. Naturally, you would be you. With your 2 senses, them. Knowing what you want. It's either you're hungry or you're door hungry. It's either you're going to seek knowledge or something or you're not interested in it. Right? So this is how natural things happen. The goat grow in finding food. Smell, taste, and these things is for bend down animal. Me not have 5 senses. That's why the confusion kind of drop. Is either when you say something, is either what you are saying, is either it right, it might have a sound as right, we probably can fix it up, make it right. If it actually going in the direction what it's supposed to go. When I stop it, because force cannot be built, cannot be destroyed. But it can be contained, so it can be curbed. So you send it where it's supposed to go. You don't try to contain it, give unto Caesar what is due to Caesar. Don't try for all things that we cannot. You see, enough of we try for all what we know is not and what we cannot. And remember where these things come from. So it's not yours. So if we just live with the truth, or if we let go and if we collect, then everything will run smooth. So all of the force we say are going is because we ourselves overtake these things. A man say, oh, you go suck out the mother, and it's like a big problem because if you spend $30 million on quote, when you could have just take it another way. Just take it, say, boy, you know long I hear a man talk with my mother, you know long I say, it's just a reminder to me, or a man just fast and tell me about my mother died. It just remind me, say, she did that. It's like a man, I remember me say, yo, heal up Miss Brown here. Give me that. And this is how many of us can take it the same way, and we'd have a more comfortable world, same way. We have to learn to cut the dividing and conquer and the program that needs to cut out. We need to go in a direction, and the direction we have to create our new self, is our new record. It means to born again. The Bible tells us now. So you are born again by recreating yourself on paper. So that's how them done. You born, you know. No, them tell us you was in maritime law, they say you was birthed. Birth mean birch. You was birch. So you're birch. So now them give the documents for that. You get the birch documents, which is the birth certificate. That's the birch documents. You need to correct the status of the product, the cargo. Cargo delivered, abandoned ship to owner now. To owner. We have cut the car so ship can't go back. The ship needs to leave the wharf. So I'm going to send the security to come pick it up. So anytime the ship now get enough money to supply him time at the wharf, the police are going to there to collect funds up somewhere. In a slave, we never did a slave without man over our back, and then get paid by somebody. You see, these are things we don't remember now. Behind something, there's something, brother. Man of mine gold for years and you never see gold here. But all of a sudden, him up in a museum. 20,000 tons of gold. So I see him gold, man. That's where now there. Now you find this with it there. But so it's a naive program to say no, and I eat that.
My last.
You can't say I eat that at the different place it come from. And you don't see no more man go on there.
You mentioned slave, Jeddah.
Program, brother.
What more ask
program,
you?
not even slave like program. Programming. programming.
You know, you mentioned slave, and from the other day, I've been asking people. I'm glad you mentioned it, so I can ask the item. So them say, I don't know if you never see some news article about them say
Or the
our
black
skin
soil.
color people are the
Black people is
superior, right? So may I say then, if we are the superior ones, right, physically, mentally, spiritually, how the inferior people they manage to enslave we, and we are the superior one? That's my question.
Alright. Same thing where them do it in the paperwork. My boy said direction mean deceive. So deceive also you have to declare it's the declaration. So you have to declare if you're dead or you're alive. So either them deceive you and you operate as a live man, knowing that the all their paperwork so will be already. See? So we just use it as a monetary form then. So I deceive that same way. So you ask how we get there? We simply get there by the destruction of all them tell we say we couldn't read book for how much 100 years, same way. You can't change that whole world and you kill that whole world and change the children. That's simple how we get there. That's how we get there now. When you got a registration, when your mother give birth to you, with the first thing she became an informer. You see informer on your birth certificate? Informer mean the informer who tell them say here's a product is here. Register mean to what? Hand over. Now after you hand over something, brother. Everybody birthright was handed over and was put it in trust. Simple like that. And the trust is called the CES2KV trust. See? Now the government them they are the one who operate the trust. Whether them operate it by doing an executive work, body mean a group of. Just as well you have your own body with hand, foot, feet, teeth, and toes, easy. Every department is on your body working. You have a well, healthy body. So the government is a what? Body. And him out there with fingernail clip, toenail clip, ear scissors. You understand? Direction of jurisdiction of how your body is supposed to be, or we lock it up. Sleep in a house, time to go at home, time to go at work. So all this, everything there, everything universal
Father
there.
King. See, we can wrap it up from my father.
Yeah, man. So there. So we always are about one that there, but when we did our work on the paper, we have to have records, as me say. Living records, this is live. This is also the paper testimony, a sentence. You, and these are the records you need to be a free person.
That never answer my question still, but me I hear you, cause or me I get that.
No, because the direction where we are going, as me said, we are making it look like the things them not dead and them already there. You understand? So we don't want to go in like we have to go in a maritime law. This is the law where I do public records, private things, personal things. These are things that will be done. These are what already there, which is natural thing we set that the boss are saying about that. You was already natural law. And you was shift to maritime law. You was marine, me shift to maritime law on paper. That is paper form by force. And these laws still exist. Because you have aviation law, you have maritime law, aviation law, you have common law. You next one and again. Them have another law. So and I like say them have these laws. Even canon laws is law. Same way. You understand me I say? And I think a canon law the judge them supposed to operate under. That's why you have you have things we can call layman terms. So
Yo, Father K. We make a check out till now, it come on now. Our class here going 1 o'clock. I go charge up and bush with it, you see me?
So
right,
where you keep the class? I mean, I keep the class online, aya.
Yeah, not on TikTok though, in the private.
So the private will be one of a physically be there.
No. Yeah, no. It's an online thing, man. But I know open a private platform.
like what you send your link. It's like a
Yeah, something like Zoom or
link.
Google Meet or
Zoom.
something like that.
Yes, and that may I say which platform?
Yeah, we're there on Patreon, we're there on Google Meet, we're there on Zoom, as I said a while ago, my father.
So I'm been one here while I go on in your class them enough cause you see me I say like so me there say could and get a
Make a
part.
link,
Like
make a
you
link
send me a link or something.
to the WhatsApp number 1876-868-5418. And anybody answer, you tell them, say, yo, you are getting on the class. I go on to them.
Text me WhatsApp number to pan the TikTok now.
No problem, not gonna have a time right now, my brother. So send me a message if anything respond to you.
Alright.
Yeah, respect, my God.
Father K. Outside, we are connect.
Yo,
Outside.
yo, Ella, big up yourself.